we're going to talk about intervals. Intervals are a way to measure the distance between two notes. Okay? So if I put two notes on the board, I put this note and I put this note, can I get a ruler and measure it and say, oh, no, that doesn't work with a ruler? The way we identify this interval is you pick the lowest note of that interval and you make a major scale out of that lowest note. See that? Now I find the top note in that scale. There it is right there, see it? And I go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's fourth. That's it. What about this? What do I do first? I make my major scale out of the lowest note of the interval. Now I find that note. Where is that note? There's the note. There's the note. So, what is it? Seventh. So the interval here is a seventh. That's all because it is the seventh note in the scale of the lowest note of the interval. So if I want to find an interval, I go to the lowest note of that interval, I make a major scale, and I find out where the top note of the interval falls in that major scale. Got it? Then I have the name of the interval. Of course, it's not quite as simple as that. There's a couple of more little additional things that we need to know. We have the layout of this. Let's call it do, re, mi. I have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And that's 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. Okay. So now if I have an interval, remember we got to make the major scale to identify our intervals, right? Right? Mm-hmm. And this is a representation of all the major scales, right? We understand that? Okay, so if I have an interval that's from do to do, it's going to be a perfect interval. It's a perfect interval because if I turn it around, it's the same. Look, do to do, if I reverse it, it's the same. You see that? If I have an interval of do to do here, do to do, it's a perfect interval. It's perfect because if I turn it around, it's the same interval. Do to do is a perfect interval, and do to do is a perfect interval. Now, do to re is a major interval. Do to mi is a major interval. Now, fa and so are perfect intervals, and here's why fa and so are perfect intervals. If I have do to fa, a fourth, and if I invert this interval, it becomes a fifth. Do to so. You see that? So if I make the F major scale, I find out that C is the fifth. Do to so. If I make the C major scale, I find that F is the fourth. So when I just bring the C up an octave and make this interval, it becomes a fifth. When the C is down here, make this interval, it becomes a fourth. So a fourth and a fifth are interchangeable. Therefore, they are called perfect intervals. And la is a major interval, and T is a major interval. Did you ever hear the phrase major seven? Major seven? There it is. There's the major seven. The actual seventh tone in your major scale is a major seven interval from do. If it's an interval from do to do, like this, it's a perfect interval. From do to re, it's a major second. From do to mi is a major third. From do to fa is a perfect fourth. Do to so is a perfect fifth. You understand? So perfect unison, major second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, and major seventh, and perfect octave. That's the abbreviation for octave, 8VA. Okay? So now any interval that you make, you can relate to this so you know what to call it.